Jenna Nicholls is a brilliant singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, someone who will surely impress you if you listen to her music. But don't try to pin a label on Jenna. She is much more than one dimensional. Her latest album, The Commuter, is described as displaying Jenna's melodic and lyrical gifts in full flower. It's a cinematic trip that takes the listener to 1930s Parisian cafés, New Orleans juke joints, Tennessee hills, and the wide open vistas of Texas and Oklahoma. And that just skims the surface. She sings a romantic tune that will make anyone jealous, and later sings a song about a long term relationship that's lost that magic spark. Such a wide range of musical styles and an impressive range of vocal qualities. She's even been commissioned to write a musical. Jenna's talent is intense. Hello, Jenna.
Hi.
Welcome back to something different.
Thanks for having me.
I can't believe it's been a whole year since I saw you down at the studio.
I know, I know.
I got to say that was definitely one of my most memorable moments from 2025 is when you came down to the studio last year.
That was so fun. It was so
It,
fun to visit with everybody and
it
you.
was really, really cool.
Hmm. So,
So, you've been really busy in the past few months, I guess. You released The Commuter. Uh,
hmm.
that's a great album.
Thank you.
I've been listening to it just over and over, and I love it.
Thank you so much. I'm really glad you like it. That means a lot. I know you listen to a lot of music.
Yes, and it's hard for me to like listen to music I really love because I have to like keep listening to new stuff to play on the shows and everything. But every once in a while, I get a break and I can like just focus on stuff that makes me happy. And I will definitely be playing your whole album in repetition next chance I get.
Aw, thanks.
Let's go over some stuff. So I don't think we talk about this last time? I don't think we did because that was back in January and you released this in October.
So I was in the middle of getting ready to put it out. So it was a lot of I think still in the recording stages and the mixing stages when we last spoke. So it wasn't quite ready to come out yet.
Mm. So is there an overall theme or you've got the commuter is one of the songs. Is there a reason why you chose that as the title track?
So I chose it as the title track because most of the songs were written on the train going back and forth from Woodstock, New York into Manhattan. And so, my husband was living upstate where we live now. And it was during COVID and uh, I had a job in the city that it just wasn't a good time to leave your job during that time. So, I was commuting back and forth to see him on the weekends and so on the train I would just write and try and get as much done as I could and um it's just sort of and also the record is about that transitional time between living in the city into living in the Hudson Valley and kind of um coming to terms with a whole new life that I was about to start living. And so that's why I called it The Commuter.
That's makes absolute sense. Um, just I want to go over some of the songs. I've only had a chance to listen to these songs a couple of times, but some of the ones that stand out for me, I love Tie a String. I love the lyric, I'm gonna love you for looking at me like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
um, do you want to tell us a little bit about the song or?
Yeah. So that song was born while I was pulling gray hair out of my head in the bathroom. And I had asked my husband to come in and help me get the ones that I couldn't get to in the back of my
Oh,
head. And so he came in and he was spending a little time pulling out my grays. And I was starting to get a little down about it, and he just turned to me and said, "Honey, you're as pretty as the day that I met you," which was so sweet. And so that's kind of where that song was born. We've been together for 20 years, and it's just about, you know, going down a long road together.
That's a magical relationship, it sounds like.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Most days.
cool. Um, all those days you won't remember. Now, we talked about that one last
I
time.
remember that. Yeah,
That song blew me away, and you co-wrote that with Peter Mulvey, right?
that's right.
Who who is now living in Northampton, I believe.
Yes, he is. And so he is the one who gave me the title for that tune. And he had heard someone else say that. And he said, "Oh, that I love that phrase and it'd make a great song." And he has a 4-year-old son. And so he doesn't really have a whole lot of time to do a lot of writing. So he said, "Why don't you take that line and write a song with it?" And so I did. And I think it's one of my stronger songs. Actually, it came out really well. It's always nice when someone gives you a starting point, like a jumping off point that is so strong. So yeah, he and I did that together, and I'm delighted with how it came out.
Is that the one you wrote in the CVS parking lot?
Yes, that's right. he told he gave me the line. Well, had played a show in Boston together, and on my way home from Boston, I pulled over in the CVS parking lot and I wrote it.
That is so cool. Um, so you know what, when you wrote it, I've kind of listened to it over and over, and I think of it in like two different ways. I don't know, which way did you kind of intend for it to be? Because like any song, you can kind of anybody can interpret it differently than it was written by the the writer, right?
Well, may I ask, what is your interpretation of it?
So when I first heard it, I was thinking like from the perspective of looking back at a past relationship
Hmm.
that
That,
the
that's
other
the perspective.
person like
Yeah.
didn't care about as much as you do. But I'm also looking at it from the perspective of it could be like someone going through dementia in a loved one
Yeah.
from
I've
the
actually
loved one's
gotten a lot of
perspective.
comments. I've gotten a lot of comments about that song from people who have been through that horrible disease with a loved one, and it's really spoken to them. That was not my intention when I wrote it. I had written it based on, with more of your original intention in mind, and and then how that was said, how that was spoken initially by Peter's neighbor. Peter's neighbor had been babysitting Peter's son, and the neighbor is in his, I would say, mid 60s. And when Peter came to pick up his son, Peter said, "Oh, thank you so much for watching him." And the neighbor said, "Oh, it was my pleasure. All those days, he won't remember. All those days, I won't forget." And so it actually has three different
Yeah.
meanings. I don't have any children, so my writing a song about a child didn't really make a lot of sense to me. But I have been in relationships, and I think we all have, where one person didn't feel the same about another, and you have to say goodbye, and that person that is leaving you doesn't and won't remember the same things in the same way that you do. So
Yep.
yeah.
Wow. It's amazing how it can be viewed from all those different perspectives,
Right.
and like you said, it's a strong statement that makes people think.
Hmm.
It's really cool. Um, when a good love goes away, that's a great video that you did.
Oh, thanks. It was
Do you
fun to
plan
make.
on doing any more videos?
I hope to. It's, we'll have to wait and see what things look like financially.
Yeah, true. um,
But yeah, that was a really fun one to make. My really, really good friend is a wonderful dancer and choreographer, and she and I have collaborated on things before. And so when this song came around, I had asked her if she would be willing to be a part of it, and she said yes. And so she choreographed it, and really was a huge part in the direction of it as well. She's a really very talented woman named Whitney G. Bally, she's a wonderful dancer and a very talented human being. So I was lucky to have her on the project, and along with an amazing videographer and his team, and a great manager who, helped me get it all together. So it was a great experience.
That's cool. Very cool. When you can kind of merge the different art forms into one.
Yeah,
That is really cool.
definitely.
And I love the kind of Patsy Cline vibe. I should go back and say like anybody who wants to like put a label on you is not going to be able to do it because you
No,
are all over the place, and that's one of the many reasons why I really love your music is you just have a wide variety of talent.
thank you. Thanks. I've, for many, many years, I really struggled with it because, when you want to write a song and a muse of some kind is speaking to you and it's coming out in a certain genre, you don't want to say no to it. You got to let it in and then put it out there. But I think I listen to all kinds of music and I like all different kinds of music, and I think other people do too. So it's been very difficult for me to get pinned down to one, specific genre. But I think ultimately it's just about writing something of quality and writing something that you like. And hopefully people who are like-minded will like it also. And so I've just kind of accepted it. And now it turns out that people like it for that reason. So, you can't pigeonhole me, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Exactly. Yeah. You, me, and the moon. I feel like I should go back and like I guess I think it was a description in on your website. It talks about you go from Parisian cafés to New Orleans juke joints, Tennessee hills, and the
Hmm.
wide open vistas of Texas and Oklahoma.
Hmm.
And that it's well written and definitely um, kind of takes somebody to what they're going to experience when they listen to this album. I feel like you're about to break into some, French language or something in this song. It feels like it's got that vibe to it. Um, do you want to tell us a little bit about that song and
Sure.
your thoughts in it?
Yeah, so I wrote that song along with it's a part of a series of songs about a cowboy that lived in the 1930s named Will James, and I was writing for a musical that was in process. And so ultimately, that musical ended up not happening. But then I was just left with all of these songs. And so I really enjoyed playing them. And the guitarist who works with me, John Ladeau, who's wonderful, also really liked playing them. So we decided to record them. And um, we kind of felt that song had that kind of Parisian vibe. So, it's like if you're going to go there, just go there, like don't hint at it, just do it. So that's what we did.
Cool. I did want to talk a little bit about that, the Will James musical. I was thinking if I win the lottery or something, I definitely want to commission that and let you finish it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think about, have you heard about Anais Mitchell and what she did with
Mm,
Hadestown?
yeah, yeah, of course.
I could definitely see that, coming to fruition on Broadway.
Yeah,
That would be so cool.
that would be great. But, Aeneas worked on that musical for close to 20 years. So that was a definitely a labor of love. Like she was performing it out of her van. She was
Mm,
doing grassroots readings of it. I mean, that goes back to maybe 2003 or 2004. I remember when she first started writing that, and that's at least when I first heard about her writing it. Now, how long she had been doing it previous or prior to my hearing about it, I don't know. But
yeah.
yeah, I give her all of the credit that she deserves. It's, because even to stick with something for that long is pretty incredible.
Yeah. She she was very fortunate, I think, to have people believe in her and
Mm.
help her out too.
For sure. Well, I think you can't do any of this alone. That's
No.
the one thing I've learned since I've started doing music full time, is that it's a it takes a village, and it really does. I mean, there are so many people who've helped me along the way, and then even right now, I can think of at least 15 people who are doing enormous amounts of work and wonderful work to, lift my music forward. And so I'm deeply appreciative. But if anyone thinks that they're going to go out and just do something and be successful by themselves, like, don't, I mean, it doesn't work that way. You
No,
really need a team.
doesn't. You got to collaborate.
Yeah, yeah. And it's really fun too. It's really fun.
Mm. You're going to be performing at the Packing House on February 21st, Saturday.
Hmm.
You'll be coming back out to the area.
Yeah.
Um, is it just going to be you
Gonna be
performing?
me. With all of my many instruments. So
And you're a multi-instrument
yes.
instrumentalist.
Hmm.
Very cool. I missed that show, but I definitely want to catch you this time.
I hope you can make it. That would be great.
Well, Jenna, thank you so much for taking some time with me. And oh, you know what? Did we played a game last time, right?
I don't remember.
You want to play? Well,
Sure.
yes, you
I
did.
was-
Actually, I see it now. Called Lyrical Ponderings,
Okay.
where I give you a song title.
Mm-hmm.
That song title is in the form of a question.
Mm-hmm.
You can either tell me who sang the song or answer the question.
Okay.
Pick a number between 1 and 202.
197.
197. Can I be him?
Is that the lyric?
That's the song title.
Oh, that's the song title.
Can I be him?
I'm gonna answer that question, and I think anyone can be whoever and whatever they want to be.
Good answer. That was James Arthur from 2017.
Oh wow.
Never heard of
Never heard of it.
it. So
Not
I don't
really.
blame you.
There's a lot of things I haven't heard of, so like no judgment.
Yeah. Well, Jenna, thank you so much. And we'll be looking for you at the Packing House on Saturday, December 21st. That's in Wellington, Connecticut, the Packing House.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you, Jenna.